What is up, wrestling fans? This is Chad Hogan for Best Internet Wrestling February 2015. And after listening to Mark Richmond's podcast here at Best Internet Wrestling featuring his Roman Reigns podcast, I wanted to jump in with a couple of cents of my own about Roman Reigns, the Royal Rumble, and the direction WWE is heading into the WrestleMania season. And I have with me a special guest here, Dr. Strangelove, a self-professed wrestling expert. Welcome to the show, Strangelove. Happy to have you here.
Well, thank you, and I'm somewhat happy to be here. Given the circumstances, who is this Roman Reigns fellow?
Yeah, I mean, I know you know who he is. He's just being sarcastic. But that's the question. Who is Roman Reigns?
Well, I think the biggest problem is the WWE creative hasn't communicated with the audience, the universe, who Roman Reigns is. Is he a badass? Is he quiet? I mean, he's kind of all over the place.
Well, yeah, I agree. They need to define his character more. I think these next few weeks leading to WrestleMania will be very important, but they really do need to define who he is. I mean, Roman's got the badass appeal of a young Kevin Nash, kind of with the strength of a Goldberg or a Steve Austin or a Triple H. So I think there's a lot of promise, and he's not the worst choice.
Well, yeah, exactly. And really, who else are they going to pick? I mean, like, what other choice besides Daniel Bryan or maybe Dolph Ziggler, and that's stretching it, do they have to win?
No, exactly. The WWE talent pool is thin. A lot of people thought this should be Reigns' build-up and Daniel's year, but they've kind of done it the opposite. They're building up Daniel Bryan again and pushing Reigns to the moon. I think they weren't ready for Daniel Bryan yet, just in case his injury came back. I think they're taking a wait-and-see approach.
No, exactly. And they don't want him to get injured after putting him in the slot for WrestleMania all over again. That would be a nightmare for them.
Yeah, and I think Roman's proven himself to be pretty strong when it comes to injuries. He seems clean, drug-free. He isn't going out and getting in trouble.
Exactly. And the WWE wants somebody like that. And Daniel Bryan, he's absolutely a star. He's absolutely good. But I think they're just holding off, hopefully giving him a SummerSlam moment and trying to create two stars here. Roman and Bryan.
No, exactly. I mean, if they push Bryan again, he would be big, and yes, WrestleMania and blah, blah, blah. But if they push Roman, and he does become a successful champion, then they have Bryan and Roman and their other stars. So I think they're trying not to put all their eggs in one basket, so to speak. Now, do you see Roman winning WrestleMania? Do you see them going full throttle, beating Brock? He's the guy who beat the guy that beat the streak?
Well, I hope so. I mean, if Roman Reigns doesn't beat Brock Lesnar, then this was all kind of a waste. I mean, Brock beat Undertaker last year. It's been a year. So having Roman topple that is fresh in people's minds. If they wait too long, people won't care.
No, I agree. If they're going to make a decision like Undertaker losing, you got to strike while the iron is hot. Where do we go with Lesnar then? What happens if Lesnar loses? Does he go back to UFC? What if he stays? Where do you go from there?
Well, either way, Lesnar is gonna be okay. I mean, he'll be making money anywhere he goes. If he loses and he stays, I mean, hell, have a rematch with Roman at SummerSlam.
And what if he goes UFC? Do you think that's gonna blow the WWE?
No, because they'll have a freshly minted Roman Reigns. They'll have Daniel Bryan. They'll have all their stars, okay, really, they only have those two.
I mean, it is kind of thin. They have Bryan, they have Reigns, they got, their steadies, like their Big Shows and their Canes, whatever. But those are the guys that seem like B-plus players, all due respect, at this point in their career. I mean, it's like WWE's nervous to go full throttle on Bryan, but before Roman's ready, they're going full throttle on him already. I mean, it's almost backwards.
But you gotta remember, Roman is a homegrown guy. Roman is not going to go to TNA or ever leave them. He's got family there, for Christ's sake.
No, exactly. And, I don't think Bryan's going to leave either, but he's not, quote-unquote, homegrown. He was indie raised, so who knows?
He is an NXT graduate, though.
That's true. He is still technically a WWE homegrown guy going through NXT. No, I gotta say, though, to sum it up, Bryan's a great choice. I think they should totally hold off until SummerSlam and make sure he's ready. Push Roman to the moon, but don't go 50-50 on him. If you're gonna push Roman, push Roman.
Exactly. Don't half-ass this now.
Thank you for joining us, guys. Dr. Strangelove and Chad Hogan for Best Internet Wrestling. We'll see you soon.
That's right.